good? What's good, everybody? I think we're live right now. What's good, everybody? Look, I just woke up. We got a lot to stream today. I wanted to start at 5. It's 4:25 right now, so we're just gonna get the stream started right now. I have to the left of me every single one of the, let me grab them, the Precons from Commander Legends. So we're going to open them. Hitman, what's good, buddy? We're gonna open these Precons. We're gonna sleeve them as per the request of people on the channel. That we're gonna sleeve them. Yo, what's poppin', Joe? What's good, homie? Then we got we're gonna open each one individually. We'll sleeve it. Then we'll open the next one. We'll sleeve it, so on and so forth, till all 4 are open and sleeved. And then we're just gonna play test one right after the other, so that we get every review done. What's good? What's good, Peggy? But that way we have everyone. Joe, I think I had to for the channel, man. And I think the universe was conspiring to allow this to happen. So yeah, I got really lucky at work and I was able to afford this. So that's why we're here right now. So we're grateful for the opportunity to do so. And just remember that when you're here, if you can like the video, please like the video. That increases the likelihood that people that aren't new to the channel see this video and can potentially subscribe and join the community. Just keep in mind that we do have a Discord as well. You're more than welcome to join the Discord if you're not a part of the community already, and work together with people to build commander decks in the future. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. But yeah, so just keep that in mind, everybody. Liking the videos always helps, and then someday maybe this will be sent to me by Wizards of the Coast, and then I can mail these decks to you guys. So that, because what if I get a Precon that I don't want? You know? And even now, you know. But we'll see. So we're just gonna start by opening up. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you too for liking the video. I appreciate it. We're gonna open up Nalia first. In the order that we open up these boxes, the order that we play test them all. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, Captain, I'm gonna call him Captain G. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. Gathrod. We're gonna play test this one last, and we're gonna open this one last. Okay, I'm telling everyone right now. That's the main event. I know this one's got the cool card, so we're gonna open up this one right now. Fun day. Today's a fun day. Thank you, universe, for allowing this to happen. Hey. Alright, we're gonna toss this box over here. Let's see what we got inside here. What is... oh yeah, that's that pack. We got a life counter. We got the Nalia deck. And we got our sample pack right here. Alright, we're gonna leave that, whatever's inside the box inside there. That's fine. I do have... these sleeves are not from GameStop. These sleeves are from Amazon, and that's the brand. I'm not even sure if this is the brand, guys, if I'm being real with you. I just basically buy them. Look, guys, look how many sleeves there are over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got one extra one, but I basically paid $15 for 500 sleeves. Look at this. Look at this. They're not dragon shields, but they're not as bad as other sleeves, if I'm being honest. So I think they're serviceable, and I like them. So we'll see. And they're cheap. You know, $5 or $15, it's really not that bad. Yeah, dragon shields would be expensive, but hopefully dragon shields... yeah, exactly. Yeah, literally, dude. But Amazon, if I set up like an affiliate link on Amazon, I'll put some of the products that I buy to keep my costs in my collection low. And then you guys can use the affiliate link and give me Amazon money so I can get more sleeves. That would be appreciated. And you guys can save some money. Okay. I don't need this life counter. So, I'm literally just gonna sleeve this as we speak, like right now. Just to get it over with. Oh, the smell of ink, guys, is so strong. It's difficult for me to breathe right now. Whoa. Wow, this smells like such card. The smell of card is so strong here, guys. Wow. That cardboard ink. Guys, that's so strong right there. Man. We're gonna go ahead and open this pack once we're done sleeving the deck. Dude, that was a shock. I've never experienced anything like that in my life before. Addictive scent. I don't know what that is, dude, but that just smells like strong ink, dude. Like, imagine taking card smell and turning it into cologne and then spraying it everywhere. That's what that smelled like when I opened that package up. That was a lot. Okay, so we got Nalia. Cool. That's exciting. I hope this deck plays well. I hope that when we go to Command Fest that I get a copy of the Nalia deck again to play in the tournament so that I can get another copy of the Gnome Terramancer. That would be cool to have. And the Black Market card. So we got this Folk Hero. What does this say? Whenever you cast a spell that shares a creature type with this creature, draw a card. Oh. That's cool. Do you like proxy commanders or those big cards they gave you? Yo, usually I just give them to my family. So I like getting things that I can give to people. But no, I generally just, the other ones that I didn't give to my family, I just threw out. Mother of Runes. Yo, that's a card, guys. This is a card. Yo, you guys want to know what I learned the other day, which I found really interesting? I'm so boring that I read studies for fun, and I read a study that found that birds, thank you for liking the video, that found that birds, when birds exercise, when they stretch out their bird arms, their wings, if they extend them completely while they're exercising, the bird's opportunity for muscular growth shot up by like 50 or some like ridiculous number. I'm just gonna make up like 70 to 80%. Thank you for liking the video. So what they did, or what they figured, was with Lewis was good. So what they did was that they found out that birds or humans, when we train our muscles, if we train them in a place that's fully extended, then it can dramatically increase our muscular growth. And the example that they gave was, thank you for liking the video. The example that they gave was they took Skull Clamp. Wow, this deck is great. They took they were talking about male gymnasts and how male gymnasts are basically constantly suspended here in this position when they're holding themselves on the balance rings. And like, if you look at their biceps, like their biceps are so dramatically just formed that they're saying that it's because of the bird study. Well, technically what the bird study found. So I started working on my biceps 2 days ago. Guys, my biceps are, thank you for liking the video. Dude, my biceps, guys, have never been this sore ever in my entire life like they are right now. You guys have no idea the amount of soreness that I feel in my biceps, but I'm really grateful for it. There it is. Speaking of being grateful, there it is, guys. The Terramancer makes an appearance. We are not worthy of the Terramancer's presence. It was good, Dorito. But guys, yeah, I basically started doing bicep curls. Word. Yo, I started doing bicep curls, but instead of holding the weight, you know, people bicep curl and they keep the weights over here off to the side, right? I basically elevated my arms like this in this position so that while I was holding the weight was in my hands, right? And it's flexing my biceps while I was there holding the weight. Like, dude, like, bro, like my arms are literally shaking while I had my arms holding the weight. And then from that position, I was curling and then going back down to that same position. Guys, you have no idea how intense that is. I mean, maybe you do if you've done it before, but if not, then wow, it really loads weight on your biceps like nothing I've ever experienced before. And I did that, and hopefully within the next 6 months, my biceps are so big that it's cool. We have black market connections. This is a cool card. And I hope everybody here gets big biceps too because of what I just said. Because of the birds. Thank you, birds. Alright, I'm just gonna start sleeving this again. That was my story for the day. Yeah. Yo, austere command. That's a great board wipe. Yeah. Yeah, pull-ups are good too. But not necessarily pull-ups for biceps, but chin-ups. And when you do your chin up, instead of bringing your chin directly to the bar as you go up, like try doing a chin up, but like out here. So like when you're rising up, you're here in this position as opposed to being right here. And you notice that when your arms are out here, you get so much more contraction inside your bicep as opposed to being right here, where your back is gonna start to activate and your lats lift you up. You have a huge muscle in your back called the latissimus dorsi, or your lat muscle. And when you keep you still work your biceps, but over here, like you can sense much more of a contraction inside your latissimus dorsi than you normally would, as opposed to leaning back when you're curling. What works your triceps, Chris? Tricep is an extent. Alessandro, what's good? You're from Italy, what's good? That's so fun. Hey, I'm from New Jersey. It's basically Italy and the United States. But not really. Only down the shore at some parts of the year. Oh, Chris, I think you're actually right. Yeah, because technically, like, you would have to really pull yourself back in order to really, Joe, thank you for saying hi to Alessandro. But you would really have to extend far back, dude. That'd be really heavy if you were to do that. Now that I think about it, that's a good point, though. The Order of White Clay. I've never seen this card in my life before. A Selfless Spirit. Wow, guys. This deck has so many good cards. You guys want to know another secret that I learned from working out? When I was in school, there's like 2 different forms of contraction. They have something called, oh guys, I never put on the chat over here. I'm talking to nothing on the stream. Hold up. Let me go ahead and add the chat over here. Hold up. Alright, it should be good. Everything should be there now. Word. Cordero. But yo, they taught us in school that when you're like, muscles only have 2 types of contraction. It's called eccentric contraction and then concentric contraction. Like, concentric contraction is whenever you're applying force. Eccentric contraction is whenever you're moving to rest. So, like, thank you for liking the video. if we're talking about like, imagine we're doing a bicep curl because that's the only thing you can see on the camera. Like if I'm curling the weight and I'm applying the force this way, that's concentric movement because I'm moving that to here, right? Thank you for liking the video. If I extend my arm forward, my bicep goes here, that's me extending my bicep. So now my bicep is relaxing at this point. It's not doing anything as opposed to me doing this over here. But the secret, like Olympic lifters, like when people are lifting to compete in championships and stuff, they actually, some of them focus on the eccentric portion. The studies found when I was in school, they would say that, I have this card, it's a cool card. The studies found that like concentric movement builds, let's say 20% strength, but like eccentric movement builds like 50% strength or something. So like curling like concentrically and then holding for like 5 seconds during the eccentric phase. So you would go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, like controlling that descent to relaxation is what actually is going to have you be much more strong than just lifting the weight, which is kind of weird to think about for me at least, because everybody thinks that this is what's going to make you look strong, but it's actually like your ability to control the weight is what is going to make you be strong. Another Grim Hireling? Dude, this deck has so many good cards. But yeah, just something to think about. Yeah, just that they just say like build intensity, you know, like muscle fibers, dude. I like to think about them like they're balloons, and like balloons get filled with air, your muscle fibers get filled with blood, and like depending on your muscle fibers' ability to hold blood is what actually causes the muscles to look big, because they just walk around. If your muscle looks big, it's because it has more blood than other muscles, if that makes sense. You know? Just something random. Oh, and the martial arts workouts, sometimes I hit the bag. I used to work with an individual named Alfred Cole, or he would tell me Al Ice Cole. He was the Cruiserweight champion of the world in 1991 or 92, I want to say. And I was actually training for the Olympics at one point to compete as a boxer. And then the universe said no. So I didn't end up doing that. I think I just spent way too much money in my brain for, yo, peace out, Alessandro. I spent way too much money on education for me to get punched in the head. But I used to train pretty seriously with my coach. So everything that I do over there is everything that I learned from my coach. But I fought against professional fighters in Puerto Rico. I sparred against people that are generally, I want to say 80 pounds heavier than me and much taller than me. I mean, my coach is like 6'3", 6'4". So that's kind of my background with that. But like, I just found that I'm not really in a person. No. I can't do YouTube boxing. Those people don't know what they're doing. Well, they know what they're doing, but like, it's different, man. I think like I don't have I lack the will within me to want to hit people. You know? But it's like, you don't know how, until you know how to hurt people, Dorito, when you learn how to hurt people, you tend to respect other people's ability to hurt you. So it's like, I just have respect for people, and I think that I can be free from that. I can choose to be free from that. And for my family to be free from seeing that, I think. And I think that if I was ever in a position where I really hurt someone, I would be remorseful. So I could never do that. Because then technically I would have to fight somebody my size. And like, I've only ever fought people that were 80 pounds heavier than me. So that's why I don't think it would be fair. But then again, like, I'm not a professional fighter either, so I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm really good at all. You know, I could get whooped by a professional that's my size if I'm being 100% honest with you. But if I'm not fighting a professional, then I don't think that it's fair. And I don't know. That seems like dirty money to me. I'd rather get called, just names, you know? Yeah, 6'3", 270. You're 100% right, Dorito. You're 100% right, you could do that. 100 sleeves even. But, you know, what you find is like the people that truly can hurt people, yo, peace out, Chris, tend to not want to hurt people, you know? At least in my experience. I can be free from that. I swore, my coach literally made me put my hand in the air like this, and he made me swear that I would never use anything I learned unless I was getting paid. And I swore to him that I would never do it. I'm a softie too, man. Yo, technically I got 2 legs, bro. I can run whenever I want. I'll tell you what. I may not be the fastest person in the world, but I'm quick, bro. If I need to get out of somewhere, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run pretty fast too. I'll tell you that. I can jump over things, man. I can jump over things, bro. I'm not about that life. I have no ego. You know, it's fine. I'm grateful to say that. Yeah, exactly. Minds over cuffs, yes. Totally. So I'm gonna take Nalia right now and put Nalia into this blue sleeve just so that she's stands out from the deck. Okay, we just got done sleeving Nalia. Let me put her tokens over here off to the side so that I can grab them later when they are needed. We're gonna go ahead and open this pack right now to see what we get from this collector booster. Is this what this is? Yeah, collector booster sample pack. Yeah, that was the first one. We got 3 more. Then we start playtesting. Okay. Secret Lair. We got Tomb of Horrors Adventure. Whenever this enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it. If you completed a dungeon, copy that spell twice instead. That's cool. Lightning bolts. How many lightning bolts? I have so many lightning bolts, guys. I should build a popper deck. Dude, the initiative, guys. The initiative is really fun. I was playing initiative. I had somebody ask me to play 1v1. It's Krita. But I would like to play some 1v1s tomorrow on a private stream. I think that would be fun. So we have Nalia over here. Only hurt people and only hurt their emotions with not even their yeah, sometimes their emotions. It happens sometimes. When you destroy all the lands, people don't like that. Nah, man. Yeah, I'm just life is too precious, man. When you live through the things that I've lived through, you tend to you guys want to hear a story? I'll tell you a story. Give me a second. Alright, so the next deck that we're going to be opening up here is the Draconic... Evan, thank you for subscribing, dude. I just saw that, brother. Thank you. We have Draconic Descent. Okay, we're just going to open this up really quickly and then sleeve it. Yo, guys. You guys want to hear a funny story? Hot Squirrel definitely hurt some feelings. Yeah. I was in, this was when I was training to compete, and I was at work, and this was maybe the first time I started sparring, and I was at work. I was really dumb. I shouldn't be sparring people at work. And then I sparred this one guy. He must have been like, mind you, I'm like 5'6". I'm like 5'6". Like at the time I was 5'6", maybe like 100 and I would say like 140 pounds at the time. And like right now, like since then, guys, I'm gonna tell you, like literally since this story, because of this story I'm gonna tell you right now, I have since bulked up, and now I walk around. I've lost like 5 pounds recently from drinking this thing that I'm drinking, and I want to say that I walk around at like 150, like 158, I want to say, and I'm like fat, dude. Like not like obese fat, but like I definitely have a bigger belly than I had before, so I know it's not like, if I just started eating more healthy, I would definitely go back down to 145, 140 a lot easier. And then if I really started, you know, doing cardio and stuff, I never do cardio. If I started doing cardio and stuff, like I would easily get down to like, I could get down to 125 comfortably. I know I can. I would be like, if I got to 125, dude, I would be my body would be absolutely shredded, and I would look like, it would be so dumb. That's good for you, Joe. That's good for you, man. Humbly, I say all of this too, guys. I've literally been working out for 13 years of my life. My dad used to wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym when I was younger. So like, I really had no choice. But anyway, I was sparring this person at work, and like, this person was probably 6 feet, and I asked him afterwards how much he weighed, and he told me that he weighed 220 pounds. And I didn't know this when I asked him to spar, which I probably should have asked him. And I told him, I was like, look, like, I'm just here to move, like, I'm just touching. I've told him, I'm not gonna hit you hard. I just want to get the feel for moving and punching and things. And he's like, okay, it's fine. But like, bro, he literally walked up to me, and I'm moving, we're swinging, I'm moving, it's fine, I'm touching, you know, bro. I put my head down, guys, and he swung so hard. Guys, he literally hit me so hard and so fast that like, he hit me like literally right here in my mouth. And guys, like all I remember seeing was black. And then my feet, I went down and I hit the ground. Like I got knocked down, dude. Like I blacked out for a second. And like, if you guys want to know what it feels like to get knocked down, like you get hit and then like, you just lose all feeling. It doesn't really feel like anything. It doesn't really hurt. I just remember going down and like standing up immediately. And I looked at him because I was kind of confused because I didn't realize that was going to happen, because I told him, I said that like, look, we're not going to hit each other hard. Like it's fine. So I wasn't anticipating that at all, which is why I think like knockouts happen more because you are not expecting what happens more than you actually getting hit hard. And I'll explain why in a second. And then like, I looked at him, I started laughing, dude. Like I was laughing a lot, and I was like, yo, like, what did you hit me with? Like, what was that? And I'm laughing. Everybody that around me that saw that happen was like kind of spooked and kind of scared. And I was like, yo, like, what was that? And I was just laughing, and he's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, nah, bro, but like, what did you hit me with? So I'd learned to never do that ever again. And then he was like, oh, he's like, I threw a hook in this direction. And I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, all right, I'm done. And I was like, no, let's keep sparring. Let's keep going. And he looked at me and he's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, let's go. But like, in my mind, I was like, you know, I want him to hit me that hard again. Then that's how my brain thinks. I was like, come on, this time I'm prepared. Like, let me see, like, if you hit me again with me knowing you're gonna hit me that hard, let me see if I can take it. And we start sparring, we're moving, I'm touching his shoulder. I hit him in the shoulder, I move him back, and then he just walks up to me and he wails on me again, but I like didn't get out of the way, and I put my head down like this and he hit me right in the head. Like this second time, he hit me harder than the first time, I think. And then he hit me, but he hit me on my head. And I think like my skull is much more tough than my jaw, I guess you would say. And he hit me, I think he probably hurt his hand, and then he put his hands in the air. He took his gloves, put his gloves on the floor, and he's like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I started laughing. I'm like, why? Because I didn't go down that time? That's fair. That's 100% fair, Joe. But I was also like in the mindset of competing in the Olympics. So like that was where I was at that time. So to me, it was like, if I wasn't able to withstand this now, then I had no opportunity or no business pursuing what I was pursuing. At least in my mind, that's what I was believing. But you're 100% right, Joe. And I would say what you're saying to everyone. But that was my dumb mindset. And but he hit me again. I didn't get down. I didn't get knocked down. I just started laughing. And then what I learned from that story was like, when you're sparring people, like never spar people, because unless you plan on getting to a full-blown fight, because like one person's understanding of not hitting you hard is a completely different for another person, you know? Yeah, you're 100% right, Joe. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. But it was in good fun. I was grateful for the experience, because now like when I walk up to other people, like and even when my coach would punch me in the head, like my coach is 6'4", my whole reality is just like skewed. Like I don't look at people the same, you know? Like when I spar, or if I was to fight like against my coach, like my coach is literally voted into the New Jersey Hall of Fame. He was a cruiserweight champion of the world. So like I'm scared of my coach, big time. I would never want to fight him or any other professional fighter that was that height. But then I see people in like real life and in reality, I'm like, you're not my coach. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's healthy, and I respect that, and I still respect people's ability to cause harm, which is why thank you for liking the video, which is why I think I'm much more. I would rather run from a fight than actually fight 99.9% of the time. Actually 100% of the time. But yeah, Dorito, you're 100% right. That is exactly why you don't spar with unknowns, because you'll end up like me. Or at least if you spar unknowns, get ready to hit them as hard as you can, because otherwise, like, then they won't feel like they can swing at you as hard as they can without getting anything back, you know? But that's my life. And that's not even it. I got even more stories, bro. When I went to Puerto Rico, and I started training in this one gym. And I would practice in the morning, like around 7 in the morning, and then I would practice at night. So I'd go to practice 2 times a day. And then the one morning I walked into practice, and my coach is like, I'm a boxer, guys. I don't know how to kick. Yeah, you're 100% right, Lewis. I don't know how to kick. At the time, I didn't know how to kick and defend myself from kicking. And my coach was like, oh yeah, we're gonna work on kicking today. It's fine. His name was Ishi. And Ishi was like, okay, this is how we do this. And guys, like, you guys don't know how much a kick hurts until you get kicked on your thigh. When somebody kicks your thigh, guys, you have no idea what pain is until somebody kicks you on the thigh. Like, ask anyone. I don't care who it is. Thank you for liking the video. Ask anyone to walk up to you and kick you, and not even kick you in the thigh, guys. Have them tap your thigh with their leg. Tap it. Guys, you have no idea how much that hurts. It really hurts. But anyway, my coach had his shoes on, and literally just started tapping my thigh, and would just kick my leg. Lightly, we'll say. Thank you for liking the video. And I'm looking at him, and I'm just laughing at this point because I just like have that reaction to getting hit. I just laugh. And everybody started laughing in the gym. They're like, oh, look, he's laughing. This is funny. And he kicked me, he must have kicked me like, my gut tells me like 13 times with his shoes on. Exactly. That's why I tell you, Dorito, you gotta run, man. You run, bro. Just run. Don't. But he's kicked me like, dude, guys, it stings. It stings a lot. And he kicked me like 14 times to the point, guys, where like, when I went back to practice later on that day, I was limping into the room to spar. Thank you for liking the video. I was limping when I was walking in that room. No, I would not imagine getting kicked by Joe Rogan. I would like to be free from that. And and when I walked into the room, he put me against a professional fighter. And this kid, I'm gonna be honest, he was definitely, we were the same. We technically, if we were both competing, we would both be competing in the same weight class. We were both technically 125. And he wasn't 125 at the time, and I wasn't either, but like, then again, like I do zero cardio. So that's my thing. But maybe I should change that. But anyway, and bro, like, the moment we walked in the classroom, mind you, like, I'm a boxer. I'm not a Muay Thai fighter. I do not do mixed martial arts. I'm a boxer. And the moment I walk inside the room, my coach is like, all right, everybody stop. And the whole entire class stops, and he's like, we're kicking now. We're kicking. Everybody can start kicking. And I'm sitting him, I'm looking at him like, what are you talking about? We're kicking now? Like, what is this? And guys, we're sparring in a room that's like, guys, think of your phys ed class when you, think of your phys ed class. I don't think Joe Rogan's from Jersey. If you take like a gymnasium and cut it into like 16 equal parts evenly, like that was the size of that room. It was just one of those equal parts. It was a small space, guys. And we all started sparring in the room, guys, and there must have been, I want to say, at least 12 people sparring in that room at one time, which means that there were essentially 24 people fighting inside that room. So like, when I'm standing there like this, moving, guys, like, if I take a step back, I'm bumping into the people sparring behind me. And if he takes a step back, the same thing. If I move left, I'm bumping into them. And if I move right, to my right was actually all of they had plastic chairs set up in the side of the room. And there were people sitting there like watching practice. So like just around the corners right here, and like over to my right was technically the door to walk in the actual room. Dude, and like, guys, I'm telling you, I get there, he gives me a helmet, so I have a helmet on. I have my gloves on, I have my wraps on, and he gave me these like shin guard things so that I was allowed to kick. That I was like, whatever, like I'll put this on, it's fine. I never planned on doing this, but okay. And guys, like immediately, like he's like, all right, you can start, you can go. And bro, the guy, the professional fighter I was fighting against, you know what the first thing he did was? He kicked me right in the leg. And in the same leg, I'm done sleeving this deck, guys. And not only in the leg, but he kicked me in the same leg that I was kicked from my coach early that day. And I got kicked in the leg, and I was like, oh man. I was like, here we go, man. Here we go. And like, this guy was good, guys. Like, he would like, he was good with it because he would like move, step forward, and like kick me in the leg really quick, like with his lead leg. And I'd be like, oh, that didn't feel good. And then we're gonna go ahead and open up this collector booster. So let me just open this up. Let's see what we get really quickly. But he would like, bah, like kick me in the leg. I'm like, ow. And then I would move and I try to punch him. He was like, bah, kick me in the leg. I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, this is starting to hurt. He must have kicked me in that leg like 25 times, guys. And like, I don't know if you know, but like, when you box, like I keep all of my weight on my lead leg. So when I jab, that like all of my force comes from my lead leg when I'm stepping. But because I got kicked in the leg so much, let's see what we get. The Elder Brain, something that I was lacking in that moment from this story. And then we have Kadira, a foil copy of another legendary creature. Cool. So I'm gonna leave that over here. We got for rag. Guys, I think I'm gonna leave that like that for now. We're gonna go ahead and open up Faldorn. And yeah, Joe, I'm gonna tell you in a second why. And but I'm gonna go ahead and open this. But guys, like, he kicked me in the leg like really close, like really quickly, and then kicked me in the leg and would move back. He would kick me in the leg and he would move back, kick me in the leg. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna kick him in the leg. You know, that's what I was thinking in my brain. I was like, you know what? Let me kick him. So, guys, he was moving and he's walking close, and I stepped forward like I was gonna kick, or like I was gonna jab, and he like paused for a second, and I went bah, and I kicked him on the thigh, right in the leg, like just exactly where he was kicking me. But he was good, dude. Like, he knew what he was doing, and like, guys, like, right when he did that, right when I landed it, he like went in and punched me right in the face, right as I kicked him in the leg. No. So he basically kicked me right in the leg, right as I was guys, is this stream okay? I'm getting like error messages right now. Let me know if the stream's okay, guys, because I'm not too sure if I think we're getting dropped frames here. And I'll continue the story. It's funny. Phyrexian Beast. Why is there a Phyrexian Beast token? YouTube. I start talking about these stories in YouTube, the whole thing is just let me know in chat, guys, if the stream is good. Alright. It's stopping and going? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start doing this. Long story short, guys, he punched me right as I kicked him on the leg. I think it stopped lagging. And dude, he was close enough for me to he finally was close enough for me to grab him, guys. And I threw him, thank you for liking the video. I threw him over my head as hard as I could, guys. And like, when I tell you, if he was this sleeve, he went like this. Like, literally went flying across the room, hit the wall. Like, if the wall was like 10 feet high, he hit like 5 feet up from the ground, hit the wall, slid down the wall, and landed in all of the chairs. And like, technically I could have ran over and started doing something, but I was like, nah, like, whatever. You're doing what you're doing right now. I'm just gonna accept it and let's go back. He started kicking me in the leg again, kicked me in the head a couple times, and then eventually kicked me in the leg enough to the point where it was like, I just couldn't walk on my leg anymore. So then eventually I just fell down. And then the moment I fell down to the ground, my coach Ishii was like, all right, stop, everybody stop. And then we stopped sparring. But that was my experience, guys. I couldn't, guys, like, when I tell you I couldn't walk for a month, like, I literally couldn't put weight on my left leg for a month. Then my knee started hurting. But I learned how to heal my knee, and now my knees are a lot stronger than they've ever been before. So I'm kind of grateful that happened, because I'm a lot stronger now, and I know how to defend kicks, and I know how to kick now. So that's my life. But yeah, long story short, don't fight professional fighters unless you're a professional fighter, because you will lose. Bad. I'm happy that the lagging stopped. Thank you, YouTube, for stop making my video lag. But moral of the story, the people in Puerto Rico will kick you so hard that you can't walk. Do not underestimate people anywhere, not even just in Puerto Rico. Alright, so we're opening up this Baldur, and back to the actual topic of... wow, we're at 1030 subs right now. Yeah, totally. Totally. I also learned that like sometimes ice is not best to heal. Like sometimes you need to heat up. Like if you do heat allows blood flow to exist. And when you allow blood flow to occur, it'll get your muscle to the point where it heals much faster. But yeah. But even those people, even though all of that happened to me, I still never found it within me to want to like fight those people for real. I think if I was getting paid money, it would be a different... Yeah, ice does contract. If I was getting paid money, I think it'd be a different story. But like I made a promise to my coach that I wouldn't use anything I learned unless I was getting paid. Yes. There's some tough people on Earth, man. You gotta have respect. Shout out to all the tough people on Earth because everybody's tough, man. You know, everybody's tough, guys. You give respect to everyone, man. I like this card right here. This card's good. Heat in glasses. I'm not too sure what that means. Yeah. Yeah, dude. You got respect for people, man. People are so cool. Jessica's Will, what do you mean? Oh yeah, Jessica's Will is in this commander deck. Dude, guys, is there a single Precon that doesn't have a Tali? When are they gonna stop printing a Tali? A Tali. Jessica's Will, great card. Lelia, another good card. Vizia Mortars, board wipe. I think, Joe, like, I think the world is... People are generally good, you know? I think, like, the people that are not together are separating themselves. So they're like on purpose not wanting to Urabrask. They're like on purpose not wanting to be a part of everyone else, you know? But like you have to have patience for that because technically they have the freedom to do that, you know? But they have to make the conscious decision themselves to work together with everyone else. That's fair, but like the people that are convincing people to be divided have divided themselves. So it's like even those people, like they exist they exist outside of something. So it's like they have, obviously they're gonna want people to be where they are so they don't feel alone. So it always comes from a place of like sadness. So just have like patience, you know, feel sorry for them. Having patience gives people the ability to learn. And then they'll make more educated decisions. I mean, it's just an opinion. It could be wrong. Chaos Wand. I want to build a commander deck that cares about this. Chaos Wand. I mean, technically Tasha. I could put that card in Tasha, actually, now that I think about it. Dorito, I'm not too sure which one I think is the most money-wise. I think Nalia right now, right off the bat. That deck has some really good cards in it. But like fun-wise and I don't know how to put it, like I can't really say because not too sure. But we'll find out which ones definitely. I mean, in the thumbnail of the video, it says, are they worth buying? So, like, we're gonna find out once we play test them. You got the mulligan test to see how many times you have to mulligan. We have, it's a lot of different things. You know, people brought up the YouTube boxing. I'll coach people to perform in YouTube boxing. I'll coach people. I could train people, but I don't think I could ever. I would like to be free from fighting for money. I think that's dirty. Anyway, random thought that I just had. Out of the box is the dragon one. I really like the impulse draw. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing this Baldur deck. When I upgrade this, I'm honestly gonna keep this deck and play this commander. Furk Rag, I'm gonna combine with my Shu Yun commander deck. That's literally Furk Rag. Like, they both do the same exact thing. Same colors. Well, actually, it has white. First thing to get it on your program is to... Maybe. When I was getting my butt kicked, I never had a mustache. That was after. After I got my butt kicked, I decided to grow a mustache. But it's okay, like, I don't care. I'm a human. I can't lie about getting my butt kicked. No, I have not got my butt kicked since I got my mustache. No, I avoid it at all costs, guys. I think you would imagine after my experience, you tend to avoid those things. Just have respect for people, you know. See what we get? We got another one. Dude, how many copies of this card do we have? Zevlor. That word, exile. And then we have a foil. Ooh, a foil copy of the Levon. That's cool. I gotta figure out a way to get this card to go infinite. And then when I do, we can build, we could, do that. Yeah, Nicola, that's good for you, man. Just keep it that way, bro. You won't end up like me. Cool, so we got another Zevlor, which is fun. I think the universe is really telling me to build that commander, because I think that's my third copy of that card. Yeah, it's something. You know, Lewis, it's better than nothing. Alright, now we're opening up the Mind Flayers. This is the deck this go around, guys. Everybody wants this one. I feel like all the hype. I've gotten more views for this deck than any other deck, which is exciting. And Horror Tribal seems cool. So Captain G. Captain G. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Captain G, honestly, guys. I think we'll see. Also, keep in mind, guys, we do have a Discord. So if you are looking for a Magic the Gathering community to join and you are not already in our Discord, the Discord link is in the description below. And yeah, you can be notified when I go live, and you can work with other people to build commander decks. You can help people build commander decks, and you can find help for yourself in the Discord. I will say, though, that what was I gonna say? Leave that right there. I need sleeves. This is the last one, guys, then we start playtesting. Oh, I was gonna say, guys, it's been a minute since we've done anything with the giveaways, and for a reason, because I think we're gonna start changing the way we do giveaways on the channel, because we get a lot of people that join the live streams, and I think that going live and doing giveaways live, I think is much more exciting to me. And I think it's exciting for just the vibe of the channel. So when we do giveaways on the channel, I think we're only doing giveaways. The weekly giveaways happen during live streams from now on. So you can only enter those giveaways via being in the actual live stream. And then we'll do a monthly giveaway that you can join by typing giveaway in the Discord, so that everyone in the Discord still has the opportunity. So we're adding one more giveaway to the channel. So we're giving away 5 cards every month instead of 4. 1 is for everyone in the Discord. 4 are for the people that join the live streams every week. So that's gonna be the way that we're running the giveaways from now on, just so that we can incentivize people to join the live streams. Or at least that's what my YouTube coaches would say. Chupacabra. Method, what's good, Method? But yeah, so that's gonna be the thing. I think the giveaway that we'll save for the month on the Discord is still this copy of Tyam. So everybody that's typed giveaway in the Discord right now is technically still entered for an opportunity to win that copy of Tyam right there. But we got a lot of new commanders from Baldur's Gate, so that there should be a lot of stuff for us to give out. Method, what's good, dude? Thank you for being here, man. I only followed for the giveaways. Cool, man. Now you get an extra one. Giveaways are fun, guys. I literally look forward to the giveaways. I have a lot of fun, but I think it's getting to the point now where we have so many people enter the giveaways that, like, guys, like, I'm literally typing in like 50 names, and like I would like to only have to do that one time every month, you know, as opposed to doing that one time every week, you know. It takes a while. When the channel first started, like, maybe I'd have like 20 people, but now we're talking about like 50, 60 people. It takes a while. So I can do that one time, and then everybody in the chat can just type giveaway or something, and then I can add them to the wheel of randomonium, and then we'll see who wins from there. Dude, I am so excited about Warhammer, Nicola. You got no idea. I play orcs in Warhammer. I'm a orc. I have an orc army, the Beast Snaggers. That's what I run. But you were joking, Dorito? I don't mind. I don't care. I think it's fun. I hope that there are people that are only subscribed for the giveaways, because then that means that people are having fun. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Warhammer set. I really like that the Necrons are mono black. The Necrons are straight up, dude, a Hull Breaker horror, guys. I'm so happy about having this card right now. Such a cool. I want to build a commander deck just around this card right here. Let's go. Maybe because we have a ley line of anticipation, this is going into Tigum. I'm taking this card out of the deck. I want to play Flash Uncounterable Dragons in No, bro. Joe, you have no idea. I used to be listen. For everything in reality, there is an exact equal and opposite reality. There is a time where I was an egomaniac, literally just like a raging bull, monster man. Child, I should say, not even man. I was a child. And after being humbled many times, I learned what it means to be humble. You know? You would imagine you've heard my humbling stories. Black market, this is a good one. Black market. But that's the truth. Do my best to speak the truth to you guys here. That's all I have. So we've been live for about an hour just sleeving cards. At some point in the future when we are sponsored by Dragon Shield, there will be in the link in the description below where you can buy Dragon Shield sleeves at a discounted cost. And then you can help the channel by making those purchases so that I can use the money that they give to me to then get more Dragon Shield sleeves for these commander decks. But just be aware, I bought these sleeves on Amazon.com. I paid $15 for 500 sleeves. And guys, like, look at them. Like, I'm gonna do a test. Hold up. Look, they're not immediately falling over like that. It took me 3 touches for it to fall over. So they're not terrible. And they feel pretty good when they sleeve, if I'm being honest. Yeah, you're 100%. Nicola, you're so right, dude. Who don't understand that kids are going through a chemical change, which explains their exotic behavior. I don't know if you would call this matte or not. It definitely feels matte. And on the actual sleeve, we'll look at the thing over here. It just says standard cards. Highest clarity. That's all it says. They're pretty cool. I don't know. They feel good. They shuffle well. They feel like the GameStop sleeves, honestly. GameStop sleeves are like $5 and they're amazing. Yeah, but like, there's nothing. Remember, there's always people to stray so that people learn what it means to stay on the path. You just let it be. We humble ourselves to the reality that everyone is a sovereign being. Ooh, I like this card right here, guys. I always wanted a copy of this card. Spellskite. Yo, Dorito, what do you mean you're 30 seconds behind on live? I'm not even sure what that means. Oh, cause you're like, you gotta hit forward so that it goes live, I suppose. Alright. Let's get this sleeved. Time is going by. We've been sleeving sleeves and opening commander decks for an hour. Oh, the lag earlier? Oh yeah, the lag was incredible. But it's okay, it ended, so it's fine. Alright. At this point, I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost done. Okay, now one extra sleeve. Okay, there's the extra sleeve again. And, okay, that's that. I'm gonna toss that sleeve over there. Now, you're 100% right, guys. There's a ton of cards inside here. I don't know about Captain G, whether I'm gonna make him the commander or what I'm gonna do with this deck. But, the Baldur, we're definitely keeping. Nalia, I don't know what we're gonna do with Nalia. But we'll see. Time will tell. Alright, let's see what we get. And we got a copy of Gorion, the Wise Mentor. I do believe that I do not have this card, so that's cool. And then our foil is Thrakus, the Butcher. Nice. Cool. That's fun. So we'll toss that over there. I don't have too many adventure cards, so I'm not too sure what I could do with Gorion, but that exists. So Captain G is going to be the last deck that we playtest. We're going to playtest them in the same order that we opened them. So the first commander deck that we're playtesting right now is Nalia. So let me put Captain N over there. Oh, guys, my biceps. This is so good. Okay, we got Nalia. Let me shuffle this. And I'm gonna have to switch over the screen. Guys, I made a scene specifically for playtesting now, so we're gonna go ahead and switch the scene. Okay, so let's go over to the playtesting tab. We're playing Nalia right now, so let's get Nalia on the screen. So I'm gonna do my best to keep my hand over here off to the side so you guys see my hand, so that I have all of this space on the board to play my cards as opposed to having everything kind of jumbled up. Nekid, what's good? Nekid, yo, everybody say what's good to Nekid. Nekid's a new name. Never seen Nekid before in chat. I hope so, Nekid. I hope that it's the most fun to play. Oh, guys, I never added the chat to this thing either, so hold up. I gotta go ahead and... I think I should be able to actually just do this. There we go. Alright, the words are popping up. That's real tiny, but it's all there. It's party time with Nekid. Thank you, Cordero. Thank you, Joe, for saying hi. And thank you guys for liking the video. I appreciate it. And always keep in mind that we do have a Discord over here on the channel that you can join. We work together to build commander decks. I do let you know when I do go live. And when we do go live, one day during the week, we're going to be doing our, whatchamacallit, our giveaways. And we do one giveaway every week during the live stream. So if you want free commanders, we only give away legendary creatures, might I add, just so you're aware. So, yeah, if you like free cards, join the stream. The sower says join. Alright, let's give this a fair shake. We'll shuffle it well, and then we'll see what we get here. Yeah, guys, the chat is so tiny right now. It's hilarious. I edited this very tiny. But I'll fix that in the future. Thank you for liking the video. Your words are popping up. They're there, guys. They're there. Have to go grab my binoculars. Yeah. You guys are making me have a red face right now. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm being honest. Charlie, what's good? Guys, I'm just gonna leave the chat there so you can keep making fun of it. It's fine. I think, what if I do this? Let me see if I can expand it a bit. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. Can you guys read that? I think it looks clean. Can you guys read your words now? Oh man. Yes, much better now? Okay. Cool. Alright, let me drink some water. Let me take a deep breath. Crack my neck. Oh, thank you guys for, guys, I really gotta say thank you for being here. I literally would not be here, wouldn't have spent $140 on Commander decks today if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you, seriously. This is cheers to all of you for being here. So the first thing we're doing right now is we gotta change the music. We have playtesting music now. Rose, what's good? So we got playtesting music now, so I gotta switch the music up. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we're gonna be playtesting Nalia. The purpose of this playtest is to review this commander deck to see whether it's worth buying or not. We did just finish sleeving it and opening it up. We're gonna be playtesting all of the other commander decks, so let's take a look and see what this is like. We're gonna draw. We're judging and reviewing this deck based on how it plays. So let's see if we have to mulligan here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember the Henzi Precon? We had to mulligan 4 times, guys. Do you remember that? That was an interesting day. So we have a High Priest of Penance, a Plains, which is a land, Swamp, land, Selfless Spirit, Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, 8.5 tails. I think we totally keep this hand. We need our lands. We're gonna hold on to the Skull Clamp, so I'm gonna put a Skull Clamp in our hand over here off to the side. And let's get down the Priest, and if we can play the 8.5 tails, we will, but let's hold on to the Selfless Spirit for a time that matters. Our commander costs 3 mana, so let's just play with these cards right now. I think that's a really good hand, guys. Good for you, Dorito. We're gonna draw into a Dusk and Dawn. Draw creatures with power 3 or greater. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, this is really good hand. Thank you for liking the video, guys. I just saw that. So we're gonna go ahead and get down this Plains. And then we're gonna technically just pass. No, we'll tap the Plains and we'll play our Soul Ring. And then we're gonna go ahead and pass the turn. We will now draw into a Grim Hireling. So I think what we do here is, I think let's just imagine. Let's go, I think this is kind of devastating. Let's go. We'll tap 2 here. We'll play the High Priest of Penance. I'm gonna... Wait, does this have flying? Wait a minute. I think we played the Selfless Spirit here, actually. So we're gonna play the Selfless Spirit from our hand. And I'm gonna put the Dusk in over here off to the side. We're gonna say we play the Selfless Spirit because it does have flying, so that our next turn we can cast the Grim Hireling, so we can deal flying damage and then create 2 treasure tokens. Because Skull Clamp, if I play Skull Clamp right now and somebody has a way to remove an artifact, they're just gonna delete it immediately. So I like to hold on to Skull Clamp for a time when I can play it, equip it, and use it on the same turn, as opposed to somebody just immediately destroying it. I can't tell you how many games I've seen where people do that. So we hold on to the Skull Clamp and wait for an opportunity to get something right away. So we're gonna go ahead and pass. We'll draw into a swamp, which is nice. We're gonna play that swamp. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get down the Grim Hireling, which is going to allow us... Yeah, but we can save that as... We just started the game, so I'm imagining that, like, that form of removal is probably not going to be too powerful at this point in time, but the High Priest into the Skull Clamp, when we need to destroy a permanent, is always there. I just don't think turn 1 is going to be the most optimal... Turn 2 is going to be the most optimal use of that play, in my opinion. So we're going to end up getting 2 treasure tokens here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab treasure. We got a penny. And then another penny. So we have 2 treasures. And then we're gonna go to combat because we dealt damage with this, and that's why we have 2 treasures right now. And then technically I don't know why we have 8.5 tails. Right now we have a cleric, a rogue, and we need a warrior. So how about we sack 1 treasure? How do we want to do this? Let's sacrifice 1 treasure to play Skull Clamp, and then we'll pay 1 mana to equip that to the Grim Hireling. So if they do cast removal on a Hireling, we can draw cards. Because I would cast removal on my Hireling. So we're gonna pass the turn here, and what we're gonna say is that our opponent casts a removal on a Grim Hireling, like I said, and then Grim Hireling's gonna go to the graveyard, and I'm gonna get to draw 2 cards. 1, Dire Fleet Ravager, and the Magus of the Balance. So we still have a cleric, Nalia is a rogue, a wizard. We still need a warrior, like I said. Okay, so we'll draw 2, we'll untap, we'll draw for turn, swamp. We'll play our swamp here, and then Magus of the Balance. I think what we'll do here is we'll hold on to these 2. I think we want to draw cards right now, so I'm gonna go, I'll sack the treasure token for 1 white mana. I'll pay black, and I'll play the High Priest of Penance. And then I'm gonna tap the swamp to equip this to the High Priest, so that he is destroyed. We get to destroy a permanent, so that gets destroyed, and then we draw 2 cards. 1, 2. We did get a changeling, which is nice. This does cost 7 mana. And we have a Snowfield Sinkhole. I'll leave the land over here off to the side. A Valiant Changeling. So this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature type among creatures you control. Okay. So I only have one creature. So this is just gonna go to our hand. I think we just... How about we play our commander right now? Let's get Nalia on the board. So Nalia is gonna enter the battlefield. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll equip Nalia with the Skull Clamp with the extra mana that we have left over from the Soul Ring. And then what we do is just pass the turn there. I mean, technically we could sacrifice a Selfless Spirit to give Nalia Indestructible. I mean, we could have even saved the Grim Hireling. But whatever, let's say we dealt damage to the Selfless Spirit as well. And we'll go back to our turn. We will untap and then draw into a swamp. Do we need to play this land right now? Because we do have a another land here that we could play. So if we can create a full party right now, we could give each of our creatures Death Touch and a +1/+1 counter until the end of turn, technically. But that creature had 2 types, so it costs 4 less. What? What creature had 2 types? Tiefling Rogue? Like Spirit? How much does the Changeling cost right now? This is a human, a spirit, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this costs 5 mana to play. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We could give him Indestructible too, so I kind of like this idea. So we'll play this tapped, and then we'll tap here, and we'll play the Valiant Changeling. And then we will go to combat. I can look at the top card of my library anytime because of Nalia. We have a Path of Ancestry on the top. Okay. And then right now all we're missing is a wizard in play to have a party. But this is what I'm saying, guys. We're like, it's now turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I still haven't assembled a party. So I just want to keep that in mind. And then we'll deal damage here for flying. I'm not gonna lose my Nalia right now. And then we'll pass. We will untap. After this turn, guys, the board is gonna get wiped. I'm gonna say it right now. Somebody plays targeted removal on Nalia. Alright. In response, I'm going to... Do I use the Selfless Spirit right now to save Nalia? I don't think I even do that. I think it happens. Somebody destroys Nalia. Nalia goes to the command zone, and then I get to draw 2 cards. And then we'll untap, and then we'll draw into an Order of White Clay. This can get me my High Priest of Penance back, technically. When Irregular Cohort enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. You're probably right, Joe. So what we're gonna do right now is, let's say that we cast a board wipe, guys. How about we cast a board wipe? I'm gonna play this Path of Ancestry. Now, let's play the Swamp right now. And then we're gonna go ahead and cast a Dusk. First of all, I'm gonna pay 1 mana. I'm gonna equip this Skull Clamp to the Valiant Changeling. And then we're gonna go, oh no, oh yeah, I can't do that. White, white, and then colorless, colorless. And then I'm gonna cast Dusk, and I'm gonna destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. So we essentially wipe the board. My Valiant Changeling will go away. I keep myself the Spirit. Thank you for liking the video. I'm gonna draw 2 cards off of the Skull Clamp. So 1, 2 Shambling Vent and Calculating Lich. We have 3 black mana left over, which means that technically we can't play anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cards in hand right now, and I don't think I have a way of casting a spell because we have no white. And I don't have enough mana. So I think right now, unfortunately, guys, I think we just have to pass a turn because I don't have any white mana to play anything. To think that we've shuffled and drawn and we've only drawn into 1 planes this entire time. So that's it. That's our turn. This turn feels kind of bad, but whatever. We wipe the board, and we have to go to discard. So I'm gonna discard the Path of Ancestry, and then we will untap, and then we'll draw into a Mutavault. Okay. And then we will draw. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand still. I want to get down the Calculating Lich, I think, here. How many creatures can get into play, actually? Technically, I could go... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I have a land that enters untapped? Yes. So Mutavault. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Calculating Lich. Oh, so Cleric, Wizard. And then here's another Cleric. Do we have something else? That's a Wizard. That's a Wizard. I'd rather just get down the Kithkin, or I could play 8.5 Tails and then equip a Skull Clamp right now. But I do like the ability to get back the... Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna play the Order of White Clay. And then we'll put our hand back over here. Guys, I'm playing the Order of White Clay here because I think that if we can protect our order with Selfless Spirit next turn, I can return the High Priest of Penance to the battlefield, equip it to the Skull Clamp, draw 2 cards, and destroy a permanent. And then every turn that I keep myself a spirit here to protect this, I can just continuously keep destroying permanents and drawing 2 cards. But so that happens, and then we'll pass the turn there. We'll deal damage to Selfless Spirit. We'll untap. We'll draw. Maybe I should put an animation for when we pass the turn or something on the stream. Now that I just thought about it. We got Felisa, the Fang of Silverquill. So that's gonna go into our hand. I'm gonna say that we have... I'll play the Shambling Vent tapped. So now we have another land in play. And then I'm thinking that we... Yeah, I think we just go white, colorless. We tap the Order of White Clay to play the High Priest of Penance, to tap a swamp, to equip the Skull Clamp, to sacrifice the High Priest, to destroy a permanent, which would probably be a commander, and we draw 2 cards. We draw into a Malakir Blood Priest and then a Maskwood Nexus, which is amazingly strong right now. So I think we... Oh no, we only had 2 islands, so we can't play Nalia right now. Yeah, the mana right now is what's really holding us back. So we can't play Nalia this turn. But let's just flood the board with as many creatures as we can, which is only like 1 or 2 creatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana we have left over. and we can get down the Dire Fleet Ravager. And then each player loses a third of their life, rounded up for no reason. And then we'll pass the turn, draw back to our turn. I mean, technically we would draw for turn. I could play Nalia. I could do the thing again with the Order of White Clay if we need something to remove, which I think is a powerful little combo that we have going on over here. And I think because we're playing against Precon, I think it would be safe to say that we would keep our Skull Clamp in play for an extended period of time. I like that we always had the Selfless Spear here to protect our creatures. And I think that's going to be that for Nalia. I liked the little synergy with this and this. There are powerful cards in here. I did get rid of my Grim Hireling rather early, I will say. But the thing is, like, if the Grim Hireling was in play and was creating us treasure tokens, technically I could have protected it with the Selfless Spirit. But if I was creating treasure tokens with this, I would have had all of the mana to do anything. You understand? I would have had a lot of mana. I would have gotten many treasure tokens. So, a scale out of 10, nothing's ever really going to get a 10. I want to give this deck an 8 out of 10. And I would say that obviously, like, it's definitely worth buying. We never triggered party once throughout that game. But I think that what was surprising to me was, like, it never really felt bad not getting party. So because the cards were generally just good. So I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think the deck plays really well. I definitely think it's worth buying. More specifically because the cards inside here are kind of expensive. It's good. But I will say that this ability at the bottom here, combat on your turn, if you have a full party, put a counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain Death Touch. I'm thinking that that play right there is much more of a game-ending thing as opposed to it being something that we trigger consistently. You know, I think that's a fair thing to perceive. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put this in one of the deck boxes over here. So the next commander deck that we're going to be playtesting is Furkrag, which I'm excited for. And then after Furkrag will be Faldorn, and then after Faldorn will be Captain Gathrod, the Mill Horror Tribal deck. So just so everyone is aware of the order that we're doing these things in, and then we'll go from there. So let me take Nalia out of the sleeve. Find another sleeve for this in the future. Nalia, 8 out of 10. Pleasantly surprised. What a great, fun little deck there. That was cool. So I'm gonna shuffle this up, guys. I'm gonna put the OG music back on. And then once this is done, we'll go back to the other music. Let me just shuffle this up really quickly. Baldur would be the best out of the box. Yeah, that'd be fair to say, you know. I think Faldorn is going to win more games than any of the other commander decks just because of the way you draw cards and just overrun. You know? Oh, you got it? Rose? That's cool, Rose. Sounds fun, dude. So let me just shuffle this a couple times, and then I'm gonna really shuffle, and then we'll switch back to the epic music and then start the playtest again. But let me go ahead and remove Nalia here, and we'll add Furkrag. If you guys are enjoying the streams, remember, if you're a part of the community, whenever you like the videos, YouTube will actually place the video in front of more people so that they get the opportunity to see the channel. So every like, it actually literally does matter. And the channel quite literally depends on it. So if you hit the like button, I would genuinely appreciate it, and you know, more people could potentially watch the stream. Today's a good day, guys. Thank you for liking the video. I just saw that. Thank you for disliking the video. I think somebody actually just liked it and then disliked it at the same time. It's okay. If you dislike the video, it's fine. This community is not for everybody. Thank you for liking the video. Saw that. Okay. Now we got this. It really is an amazing day today. Okay, so now we shuffled. Alright, let me breathe for a second. And then take a deep breath. Let me drink some water. And then we'll be started. Emil! Was good, Emil. How did that get retracted? Unless you retracted it yourself, Emil. That was weird, never seen that before. Was good, Emil. Thank you, Emil. I appreciate it, dude. Alright, let me drink some water. Bobo bug. Guys, let me go grab. I'm gonna run and go grab a little bit more of my water so I have something to drink, and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute the mic. My back. I had to give my dog some food and I grabbed some water, so that happened. And then yeah, maybe I'll get my dog on stream one day. Thank you for liking the video. Oh, somebody actually disliked it. We're back to 21. We're getting a lot of dislikes today. Excuse me. Which is fair. Salmon for the pooch. I gave him chicken earlier. I just gave him some of his like grain-free kibble that he has there, and then I'll give him chicken later. Just looked at it and walked away. He doesn't eat it all the time. I don't blame him. So we got Furkrag. Okay, so let me switch the music over to the appropriate playtesting music. Okay, so right now we're going to be playtesting the Furkrag Precon. We just got done opening up the boxes. We're playtesting all the Precons, so all the videos will be on the channel. And I just got done sleeving the deck, and we're just gonna see how this deck plays. Thank you for liking the video. I just saw that. Just keep in mind that if you are not aware, we do have if you're looking for a Magic the Gathering community to join, you can join the Discord. the Discord. People work together to build commander decks, and you're more than welcome to join. This is a family-friendly channel, so if you're chill with that vibe, you're more than welcome to join. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna draw here, and we have a Reigns of Power, cool. Stuffy Doll, Reigns of Power. Stuffy Doll, Command Tower, cool, land. Loot, Dispute, Island, Aether Gale, and a Midnight Clock. Guys, I think we mulligan this hand. Yeah, right? Yeah, I think we definitely mulligan this hand. This seems like something that I would not want to play. So we're actually gonna shuffle this. That's one mulligan. Yeah, that hand seemed kind of all over the place there. So I'm gonna do this quickly. If you're watching the edited version of this on YouTube, you're probably not gonna see this portion. So I'll just edit this out. But because this is live, I cannot edit this live. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Psychic Impetus. Okay, so Goad, a Crow in War. Okay, Sly Instigator, interesting. A Wandering Fumarole, Shiny Impetus, Island, and a Mountain. How much does our commander cost? 5? Guys, do we have creatures? Do we mulligan again? Do we keep this? I'm thinking we mulligan again. We don't even have a creature. I mean, technically, like, we can use our... We have one creature that costs 4. I mean, this is... I think I'm just gonna keep this. We can... Our opponent's creatures are our creatures, right? Because we're playing Goad, so... We'll just keep this hand. So I'm gonna put we'll probably play the Shiny Impetus first so that we can get Scries off. And then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna put these cards in my hand off to the side. And then we are going to just go from there. So we'll keep our lands in my hand. We will draw into an island here. And we're gonna play this tap, the Wandering Fumarole. And then we'll pass the turn. Tap, we'll draw into a Bloodthirsty Blade. Okay. We'll pay 2, we'll get down the Bloodthirsty Blade. Bloodthirsty Blade, we pay 1 mana, we can attach this to an opponent's creature. And when they're equipped, they have +2/+0. And they're goated. Not a bad turn 2 play, I would say. And we're gonna go ahead and tap, untap, and draw into a Castle of Vantress. Okay. So I think we get down the mountain here. And I think that I want a creature to play or something, so I'm gonna get down to Shiny Impetus right now on an opponent's creature so that they're goaded, and then whenever they attack, we get to scry too. So we'll do that. Heavy on the goad here, guys. Heavy on the goad. And then we do have an extra 2 lands in our hand, so ramp is not something that and I don't really have anything I want to play either. So we'll just pass the turn. We'll say that somebody creature attacks that we goaded, and we'll scry into a Reliquary Tower and a Mountain. I think we bottomed the both of these cards, guys. And then we will untap. And then we're going to go ahead and draw for turn, which is a Desolate Lighthouse. Flooded. Do we just play around our Desolate Lighthouse right now? This costs 3 mana for us to draw a card and discard a card. I also do have an Acroan War and a Shiny Impetus and a Sly Instigator. Or do we play Furkrag? Can we play Furkrag? Interesting turn right now. I think we just play the island. We'll hold on to these 2 lands. How about we... Whenever one or more dragons you control attack an opponent, go target creature that player controls. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, if the creature had to attack this combat, you put a counter on Furkrag. Let's make sure that our opponent goads many times. So let's just play a Shiny Impetus. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll Shiny Impetus something, and then we'll pay 1 mana, and then we'll goad something else with the Bloodthirsty Blade. And then we're gonna go ahead and pass the turn there. The only way we have to draw cards right now would technically be Furkrag, so we're gonna set that up. So we'll pass our opponent's creatures. Let's say they attack, so we're gonna scry 2 first. Keep Kiga. I don't know if Kiga seems really random right now. In a Kiga, when he dies, we gain control of target creature. I just don't know if that's necessarily the play here. Because technically we kind of have control over the board. Our opponent's creatures are our creatures, kind of. So I think we hold off on that. I'm gonna put these both in the bottom. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too sure what I'm looking for exactly. This creature's gonna attack, so we're gonna create our treasure tokens. Just here. And we get how many of them? A treasure token, so we get 1. I'll leave that penny right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and untap and draw into a Curse of the Swine. We'll play our Castle Vantris right now. And I think now is when we play I think we play Furkrag now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll hold on to our treasure token. And now Furkrag enters the battlefield. And with Furkrag in the battlefield, we're gonna go ahead and say that, well, he has haste. So we'll attack an opponent right now. And the creature that our opponent has is goaded because we attacked that opponent. And then now it's gonna be our turn. We're gonna pass a turn, so this creature attacks, we scry 2. Reigns of Power and the Angler Tide. Yeah, I mean, like, in this situation, what are we even looking for, really? Like, we need a way to protect Furkrag, I think. Because if we lose Furkrag right now, that would just not be good. I think he only, if it hits and he had to attack. So, but yeah, when this hits, because let's say that hits where we are scrying, technically I'm gonna scry 2. I'm gonna put both these cards in the bottom, just because, like, I just don't really want this. And then now we get a counter on Furkrag, which is gonna be this this dime. And then we're going to draw a Thunder Dragon. That's interesting. Yeah, I think, Nicola, I think you're I also could just be bad at piloting the deck too, so I don't really know what I'm looking for either. So that's a fair point. And then we get another treasure token. And then he's gonna get another counter, so we're gonna add another, it's not a dime to Furkrag. So Furkrag's a 5/5. This creature attacks, we do get to draw another card, and we have a mountain here. And then, we're gonna get to, we drew 2 cards. Technically we need to draw 3 because there are 3 goaded creatures. And it's another mountain. So we'll untap right now. I'm gonna wipe the board after this turn, guys, just so you're aware. We're just gonna imagine our opponent's gonna wipe the board. We're gonna go ahead and draw for turn and to a ooh, what is this, guys? Look at this. Commander creatures have, you own, wait, what? Pay 2 mana, sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature and draw a card. Oh, this is the cool card. So we're gonna play the mountain. How can we do this right now? Yeah, I think we pay 2 mana. We're gonna play our clan crafter. Let's get this to focus. Jose! What's good, Jose? Guys, say what's good to Jose. I think Jose is new in the chat. I don't think I've ever seen Jose before. So we have a clan crafter. Thank you for saying hi to Jose if you do. We're gonna pay 2 mana here. We're gonna sacrifice one of the treasures to put a counter on Furkrag. And then let me grab another dime here. We're gonna do this twice, actually. So I'm gonna grab 2 dimes. So Furkrag is now a 6/6. He's a 7/7. And now he's an 8/8, and we draw 2 cards. So 1, is it Boilerworks, and 2, a Territorial Hellkite. So we have no treasures right now. And then we're gonna go to combat, and then we're gonna attack with Furkrag, goading our opponent's creature. And then let's just say our opponent takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. That's 8 damage. So that happened. And then we're just gonna go and say that we pass a turn, and then our opponent wipes the board. So because the board just got wiped, we're gonna lose our Furkrag. Furkrag goes to the command zone, and we lose these enchantments. This will go into the graveyard. And then Scheming Symmetry, you get to tutor for a card, and I play Wrath of God. I get to tutor for a card right now? Okay, I'll tutor for a card. I'm tutoring for the card, guys, because I was told that I was allowed to. So what do we tutor for? Ooh, this is interesting. What do we get? Reverse damage and gain that life. What are we looking for right now? Like, do we want a way to just... How do we end the game as quickly as possible? Wait a minute, speaking of that. Whenever a creature an opponent controls attacks one of your opponents, double its power till the end of turn. Nah, not that one. Stuffy Doll, not a Dissipation Field. Drakuseth. Avatar of Slaughter. Guys, I think we take the... Joe, that is very intelligent. Do we play around? Do we take the Avatar of Slaughter, get Furkrag to be really big, and then cast him, and then just deal double damage, essentially? I think... Guys, I think in a battle cruiser game, in a battle cruiser game, I think that I take the Avatar of Slaughter. I'm taking the Avatar of Slaughter. That's potentially game winning. Gonna shuffle. Then we're gonna put this there. We're gonna put this into our hand. We'll untap and we'll draw for turn. Draw into a Drakuseth. Oh wow, the dragons. There's a lot of dragons, guys. We're gonna get down the mountain. Guys, how many cards did I have in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I think I was supposed to discard a card, so I'm gonna discard the Is It Boilerworks. So now I think it's interesting because let's say somebody wiped the board. I think what we can do right now is, how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So how about we just, all right, we're going in hot, guys. We're going in hot. We're gonna go 7 mana, and we're gonna play Drakuseth. So Drakuseth, when Drakuseth enters the battlefield, it's gonna deal 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to each of the 2 other target creatures. So let's just say we wipe the board essentially when we cast our Drakuseth. We're gonna destroy multiple creatures when he enters the battlefield. He doesn't have haste, so we're just gonna pass the turn there. And then we will untap and draw. And then we look at a Curse of Opulence. Oh, okay. A Desolate Lighthouse. You know what I want right now, guys? I'm gonna pay a red. I'm gonna cast Curse of Opulence on myself. Actually, why would I do that? Because nobody can attack me because I'm going to be goading everything. So why would I cast this on myself? The only reason I'm so used to doing that is because when I play Curse of Opulence, I play this in my Thantis the Warweaver deck. And Thantis, I always place this on myself so that people attack me when I have Thantis in play. Because it gives me a treasure and it buffs Thantis. Which is fun. So let's just say we play this on an opponent because that's fun. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana left over. Let's say our opponents played more creatures. And then we're going to tap down 7. We're going to play a Thunder Dragon. Which, when it enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to each creature without flying. So essentially, we destroy all the creatures again. And now we're going to go to combat and we're going to deal 7 damage to somebody with Drakuseth. And then we're going to pass the turn. We don't get anything off the Curse of Opulence because the Thunder Dragon destroyed things. And then we're gonna untap and draw again. Yo, Thantis is... Thantis is a fun card, dude. We'll draw into a... What is this? Artificer class. In the future, I'm taking this card out of the deck. This wants to be in an artifact deck. Not in this deck. We have no lands to play this turn. Technically, I could get down the Avatar of Slaughter and deal 14 and then 10 damage right now. So that's 24 damage. And I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to end the playtest there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna play Avatar of Slaughter. When Avatar of Slaughter enters the battlefield, all creatures have double strike and attack each combat if able. And then I'm gonna go to combat and I'm gonna attack somebody with the Thunder Dragon and Drakuseth. That's 14 damage. And then this is 10, which is 24, which is definitely just knock somebody out of the game. And then we'll keep it like that. And that's Furkrag. So I think that somebody in chat was talking and they were saying that this deck needs like a focus. You know? I'm gonna be low-key honest right now and say that I think that this deck is gonna perform really well. I think this deck is gonna be really good. These cards are bombs. Drakuseth is a bomb. Thunder Dragon is a bomb. They're just board wipes when they enter the battlefield. You can take your opponent's creatures. You can force your opponent's creatures to attack here, you know, with the goad. So like your opponent's creatures are technically your creatures. And the dragons are just... If your opponents have their creatures tapped down, they can't block your creatures. But if I was attacking with a 1/1, it wouldn't matter. But when I'm attacking with like 5/5s in the air, I think that it can be kind of devastating. I think outside of the Precon meta, I think that I don't think this would do that well per se. But I think against other Precons, I think it would do well. I'm gonna give this deck a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna say that this deck is worth buying if you already have an understanding of how you want to upgrade this deck. Otherwise, like if you plan on building this deck right out of the box, or playing this deck out of the box and thinking you can just go compete against people against their constructed decks that they've built, I think this deck could potentially struggle. I mean, it could compete well because it's goad and you're not necessarily, you don't need creatures when you're goading things. However, with Avatar Slaughter really being the only win condition technically, just like on the spot, like, oh, I'm dealing a ton of damage now, I think that the deck could struggle to close out games, and especially in a 1v1 situation where Berkrag is dependent upon creatures to be goaded to become strong. I think it could be difficult for this deck to win games. So 7 out of 10, still worth buying, but you just got to know what you're doing. You need a plan before you buy it, I would say. Luckily enough for me, I do have a plan. I'm just gonna combine this deck with my Shu Yun, the Silent Tempest goad deck that I built in the past. So this deck, Berkrag will be a card, will be a creature inside the deck, if that makes sense. So we do have 2 more commander decks to playtest today during the stream. We're going to be playtesting Baldur next. And then after Baldur, we'll be playtesting Captain Gethrod. Just so you guys are aware. If you're new to the stream, you can like the video. When you like the video, it shoots the video out in front of more people so that there's more of an opportunity that people will see the channel and potentially subscribe. And just also be aware that there is a Discord as well that the link is in the description below, and if you're looking for a chill, family-friendly commander community to join, you can always do that. Okay, so let me just grab these cards, sort all this stuff really quickly. Alright, I gotta shuffle this, so I'm gonna put the music. Thank you for liking the video, I saw that. We're gonna go ahead and just go back to the OG music here. And then we'll go from there. Let me go ahead and switch the yeah. In a mirror dragon tribal deck would be amazing. Oh, it's cool. B1. It's cool. No big deal here. We've been live for about 2 hours now. Today's a good day. Technically. You want to be technical, Joe? Yeah, you're probably right. Okay. If you guys, I got a question, like, what type of, remember, you know how I play test and I say I passed a turn? What should I do to the screen to symbolize that I passed a turn? Because you know how, like, technically I could do this. So technically I could add, like, things to the screen. Like, what could I do to symbolize that I'm passing the turn? Like, what kind of animation could I create? Like, maybe I can find the arena animation for a 360 spin. Okay. Yeah, just to make it like refresh, I think it would add a lot to the experience. Kaiba's voice. Oh, that's such a good idea. Kaiba's voice in the original Yu game saying I passed my turn. I gotta see if I can find that sound clip. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end up making a lot of wolves, I think. Our commander only costs 3 here. Yo, Furkrag really needs counter spells as well. If I'm being honest. Furkrag totally needs counter spells. So I'm gonna say that I'm gonna download the stream once it's done today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to start clipping out the playtesting to upload onto YouTube. And I'm going to upload 1 each day. Upload 1 for Saturday, 1 for Sunday. Maybe actually 2 on Saturday and just 2 on Sunday. Just to get them out as quickly as possible. And then, just so that's done. And that content can be out there. Thank you guys for being here. I think it adds a lot to the stream when people see the text popping up. Okay, Gruel. To exile from? What does that even mean? Okay. So we got Faldorn all shuffled up. I'm gonna drink some water. Man. You ever guys play Magic so much that your head feels like it expanded, like, outwards? I think that Magic makes your brain grow bigger. I got a pump in my brain. Okay. We have this over here. Just make sure I have everything set. Wolves. Guys, what is this Phyrexian Beast? Since when is there such thing as a Phyrexian Beast token? Never seen that before. Okay. Alright, let me breathe for a second and then we'll be good. Okay. So, okay. Oh, perfect, Joe. Yeah, that works totally. It works perfectly. So, just let me know. we're gonna end up, let me just switch the music over. And then we'll go into YouTube mode and we'll be good. Okay, so what's good? Right now we're going to be playtesting the Baldur Dreadwolf Herald Precon. By the end of this video, we will know whether this deck is worth buying or not. So we're just going to review it based on what it's like out of the box. So just keep in mind that we're reviewing it based on its ability to compete against the other Precons within the meta. And just if you are looking for a Magic the Gathering community to join, we do have a family-friendly community over here that works to build commander decks together. So just keep that in mind if you are interested in joining a new community. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna draw here. We have Forest, Tali, Battle Mammoth, Shield Breaker, Bloodbraid Elf, Stolen Strategy, and a Mountain. 5 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 2 mana. I think we mulligan this hand, guys. We're gonna mulligan this hand. You know, Ed, you're 100% right. But some people can only buy one commander deck, you know? So I think they may watch each video and then just decide which vibe from each video fits their playstyle, you know? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Forest, another Stolen Strategy again. Delayed Fire Blast Fireball. Okay. Okay, I mean, Baldur costs 3 mana, so I think we're just gonna have to keep this hand because we can get to 3 mana, so we're gonna keep this. I'm gonna put the Chaos one in the hand zone just because it's going to be a long time until we play that. Same thing with Stolen Strategy and the same thing with this Delayed Blast Fireball. So we're just going to keep that like that, and I'm going to leave this Forest right here as well. We'll draw for turn, and we draw into a Wild Magic Sorcerer, which is a 4-drop. I would have liked for this deck to... Thank you for liking the video. I would like for this deck to have played a little bit quicker, but it hasn't so far. So we'll just get down this command tower, and I'm immediately gonna pay 1 mana to land cycle this Ash Barrens, and I'm gonna search my library for a mountain and put it into my hand so I have one. Okay, shuffle this, put this back really quickly. And then this will go back into my hand, then we'll pass the turn, untap, and then we will draw into a Myriad Landscape. Guys, I think we play the Myriad Landscape right now. And then ramp next turn. Yeah, we're gonna play the tapped Myriad Landscape, and then we're just gonna pass the turn. Myriad Landscape, we can pay 2 mana to sack it to search for 2 basic lands that share a land type, and we play them on the battlefield tapped. So that'll happen. We'll untap, then we'll draw into a Sandworm Convergence. An 8-drop. Good card. Seems very random. We'll get down the Mountain. We'll tap 2, we'll sack the Myriad Landscape on our opponent's turn. And then that's gonna get us, we'll choose Forest. Actually, there's a lot of red here. So let's choose Mountain and Mountain. Okay, so we'll shuffle, and then we will untap. Okay, we will draw. We'll play one of our forests. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Do we get down the Wild Magic Sorcerer right now? The first spell you cast from exile each turn has Cascade. From exile. Or do we play Stolen Strategy? Oh, dude, Stolen Strategy would get wild. I think we just go all out, use all our mana, and play the Stolen Strategy here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna play Stolen Strategy. Joe, get ready with the. Thank you for liking the video. I just saw that, and then yeah. So Joe, get ready. We're playing Stolen Strategy. We're only playing with one deck here, so we will then pass the turn. We'll untap upkeep. So Joe, exile the top card of your library, and until the end of turn, I can cast that spell. So what is the spell? I'm just gonna draw for turn, and you let me know what that is. I'm gonna draw into a forest here. And we're gonna play the forest. A Sphinx of Uthun. Factor. Oh, that's 7 mana, right? Sphinx of Uthun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have enough mana to cast that, unfortunately. Sphinx of Uthun is 7 mana, right? I'm pretty sure it's 7 mana. So we're just gonna hold off on casting that. But what we will cast is our commander. We'll get Baldur onto the battlefield. So Baldur is now in the game. Let's tap this like this. And then we have 3 mana right now. I could just get down the... Do we foretell the delayed fire blast here? Yeah, I think I would rather foretell this than get down the Chaos Wand. Yeah, let's just foretell this. So we're gonna foretell the delayed fire blast. So, yo, what's good, KM? And then we're just gonna foretell that, and then we will pass the turn. And then we'll untap Joe. What's the next one? Yo, thank you for saying, what's up? Thank you for saying what's good to KM, Joe. I appreciate it. Joe, we need another card. I'm gonna draw for turn. It's a mountain. And we're gonna get down our mountain. This card from Stolen Strategy is Agent of Treachery. We do have 7 mana. So, yeah, we're gonna pay 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what's the card that I'm stealing, guys? I'm definitely taking the Agent of Treachery, guys, if I'm being honest. So, we're gonna get a copy of Agent of Treachery right now. I know I have a copy token somewhere over here. There it is. So we have an Agent of Treachery. We just stole something. I'm not too sure what it is. But because we played our Agent of Treachery, we're going to get a 2/2 wolf on the battlefield. And then you're stealing a Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, so that's a 2/2. Okay. So now we have a 2/2. So we have 2 2/2s and however big Agent of Treachery is in a 3/3. And then we're going to go ahead and just pass the turn there. I think, yeah, because Baldur's only a 3/3, so I probably wouldn't want to attack into anything. We'll untap. We will draw into a Temple, the False God. We'll play Temple, the False God. I keep drawing into lands. So we got a Stolen Strategy trigger. Platinum Empyrean. I need to know what how much mana is a Platinum Empyrean cost? Because technically I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the Wild Magic Sorcerer, and then 8 mana. Yo, what deck is that, dude? Why is everything cost so much mana? You gotta have a lot of ramp in that deck. So we got what do we do here in the situation? Let's say that we want to deal damage. So let me put the Wild Magic Sorcerer back. Technically, I could cast the Delayed Fire Blast. Oh yeah, it's totally Braids, Joe. Totally Braids. That's such a cool. I could have guessed. So this deals 2 damage to each opponent, each creature they control. If it's cast from exile, it deals 5 damage to each opponent and each creature they control instead. So I think we're gonna. Oh, this is an instant speed. It's really interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana. That leaves me 3 mana left over. How about I discard? Oh, I have to discard a card. Activate Baldur. So let's tap the Forest to tap Baldur, to discard the Forest, to exile the top card of our library, which is a Temple of Abandon, which I already played my land for turn, which is Temple of the False God, which is a mistake because I could have played this and created a wolf, which would have been cool. So this is just going to be exiled. And then I think we don't really have a big amount of creatures to deal damage like this. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play. We're really committing to the board right now if we do this. Know what? We still have Sandworm Convergence to protect us, so I think it's fine. We'll pay 4 mana. We'll play a Wild Magic Sorcerer. So now the first spell we cast from exile each turn has Cascade. And then let's just use all our mana. We'll pay 3, and we'll get down the Chaos Wand. And now we have blockers. And then let's just say that somebody wipes the board in this situation because we play the Wild Magic Sorcerer. So we lose our copies, we lose our Sorcerer, we lose the Wolf, we lose Faldorn. We keep that in Foretold. And then we'll keep these cards here. So, a 9 mana Void Winnower. Do I have 9 mana? That's the question. I'll untap. We have a Beanstalker Giant. I'm going to play my land for turn. And I think I have 9 mana here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, according to Dro, we just exiled a Void Winnower with Stolen Strategy. So we're gonna go ahead and make a copy of Void Winnower. That's kind of devastating. What's Void Winnower's power and toughness, guys? Yeah, I think we just passed the turn. And now I think our opponents technically are not allowed to cast spells that have mana costs that are even or odd, one or the other. And then we're gonna go ahead and 11-9. Yeah, this is an 11-9. A 9/11. Okay, yeah, this is a 9 power creature. And then we will untap, and then we will draw for turn. And we'll draw into a Sakura Tribe Elder. And I think what we do here is... Well, this is in the graveyard, not in my hand. We're gonna get Faldorn back into the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's use the Temple of the False God here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. we will play a Faldorn. And I think in this situation, can't do that. I think in this situation, guys, right now, we just passed the turn. Depending on what we exiled with the stolen strategy, I'm not too sure what it is. Because, I mean, technically I could cast the Beanstalk Giant and Ramp right now to put a land into play. And then gives me something to cast from exile to create a wolf. Right of Replication. Yeah, I don't have enough mana for that. And then, but technically that happened before I played the Faldorn, but we won't cast. I would obviously Right of Replication the Void Winnower and then just make 17,000 Void Winnowers in the game. But let's just be friendly. We will pay 3. I'm gonna cast the Beanstalk Giant or a Brask. I'm gonna grab a Forest, and then this is in exile, and then I'll pay 2 mana and I'll play the Sakura Tribe Elder. We have 1 card in hand right now, and that is the Sandworm Convergence. I'm gonna say. And then we'll go ahead and pass the turn there. We'll untap. We'll draw into another forest. We're not going to play that this time. We're going to tap here. We'll tap Faldorn with exile. This is a Warstorm Surge. Oh, wow. We're going to pay 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get the Warstorm Surge onto the battlefield. Because Warstorm Surge has entered the battlefield, you get to create a wolf, which is going to trigger the Warstorm Surge. So we're going to deal 2 damage to something. And then we're going to attack with the Void Winnower. And then we're going to pass the turn there. Then we will play that forest, might I add. And then we will untap. We'll draw into another forest. We're going to leave that off to the side. And right now, technically, Paradox Haze. Paradox Haze is 3 mana. I'm pretty sure. We get 2 upkeeps. Oh, that's kind of a bomb with Stolen Strategy. But I also could just like play the Beanstalk Giant and deal 1,000,000 damage with Warstorm Surge right now. Or I could get down Sandworm Convergence and create 5/5s and consistently deal 5 damage with Warstorm Surge. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. So I have enough mana right now to cast the Sandworm Convergence and the Paradox Haze. So we're going to cast that Paradox Haze from exile. So I'm going to put a copy. And I'm going to leave that behind the Stolen Strategy. So now technically we get 2 upkeep triggers. And then we're going to spend, so that was 1, 2, 3 mana to do that. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana right now. And then we're going to cast a Sandworm Convergence. And then we're just going to choose to tap Baldur to exile the top card of our library, which is Kodama's Reach. And I don't have mana, so that's just going to be exiled. I was kind of looking for a land there so we can create another wolf. But we did cast a copy, so we do get a wolf token onto the battlefield. That's going to trigger a Warstorm Surge. That's going to deal damage. And then we're going to go ahead and attack with the Void Winnower. And then when we pass the turn, we're going to create a Sandworm from the Sandworm Convergence. Trigger Warstorm Surge, deal 5 damage. And then, I mean, the next turn, we would untap. We would draw into a Dream Pillager, which is a 7 mana dragon that exiles cards. So then, I think what we would do here is just end up... I mean, technically we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we pay 1, we play the Wayfarer's Bauble, which is going to create another wolf. Do 2 damage, Warstorm Surge. Wrong turn, I think, is 3 mana. So we're just going to hold off on the wrong turn. And then I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We cast a Beanstalk Giant, which is going to enter the battlefield and deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's an 11, so he's going to deal 11 damage with the Warstorm Surge trigger. And then we attack the Void Winter and all the wolves. And then we end the turn, and then we make another worm, which is going to deal 5 damage with the Warstorm Surge. And I think we're going to leave it at that, because I think that just really went... That got kind of intense there. So as you can see, this deck... I think it's really... I mean, this card really went off the Stolen Strategy here. And the fact that Joe knew exactly what he was doing when he picked the Braids. Cordero, it's good. Yeah, you're right about the wolf with the Beanstalk Giant. So that would have been 13 damage with the Warstorm Surge, technically. Yeah, so, I'm gonna say that this deck is definitely... I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna say it's definitely worth buying. I'm gonna say that the, you know, this card definitely broke everything. The Stolen Strategy here. I mean, in using your opponent's cards, I think specifically when your opponent is playing Braids, Conjurer, Adept, you get to steal some pretty broken things. And I think that definitely made a big difference in this little playtest over here. Warstorm Surge was definitely the card of the day, though, dealing all the damage with creatures entering the battlefield. There are a ton of cards that act like Warstorm Surge. There's another card called Where Ancients Tread that I think would be pretty cool too. And I think if you're going to be playing with cards like Warstorm Surge and you're making the wolves, I think it would be wise. There's a card called Muraganda Petroglyphs, which gives all creatures with no abilities +2/+2. And if you can play any other anthems, if you could just make those wolves as big as possible, when they trigger off of Warstorm Surge, when they enter the battlefield, it's a 2/2, right? But if my creatures get +4/+4 from all the anthems I have in play, then technically, or if the creatures have Riot and they're entering the battlefield with +1/+1 counters, or, dude, guys, imagine that. Imagine playing +1/+1 counters and having the creatures entering the battlefield and getting multiple counters when they enter the battlefield, and then triggering off the Warstorm Surge with anthems in play that buff their base power. Guys, that sounds really fun. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Guys, that sounds incredibly fun. That means I have to get a Terror of the Peaks for this deck. We're gonna go anthems, +1/+1 counters, wolves, and yeah, Great Henge is another really good one. You're 100% right, Dorito. I have a copy of Great Henge too in another deck, so I think I'm just gonna add it to this one. And then Reynada. Yeah, guys. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be sick. This is gonna be cool. The anthems. I got a ton of anthems. I know where I can find a Muraganda Petroglyphs too. I think I have one somewhere. But yeah, so Baldur, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. Really good. Really fun. Not quite the Kamiz Precon good, which was a 9 out of 10, but definitely very fun to play, I will say. So let me go ahead and go back to the OG music over here. Alright guys, we made it to the end. We have one more Precon to play. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 34 minutes. So, yeah. Hope you guys have been enjoying your time here. I know I have. I'm looking forward to actually putting these decks together and building them. The last deck where you lower the party precon, it can't be at the same tier as this one. I think that party precon dude has so much money inside of it that I think like 8 out of 10 because you get like $30 cards. That Black Market Connection is a good card, and then you have that other card inside there that costs so much money that it's like, and there's a Skull Clamp. Like those are legit, like, dude, that's like, I can put those cards in any commander deck. Yeah. Yeah. So, definitely fun. This is gonna be interesting. Horror Tribal. I mean, this is so different. This is way out of left field. Alright, so I'm just gonna shuffle this really well to give this a fair shake, and then we'll go from there. Very grateful for today, guys. I'm glad to see that you guys are saying that you're having fun. Let's see. Captain Gathrod, Horror Tribal. Guys, imagine when I have like a $30,000 camera right here to record what's happening right here. Imagine when that camera right there is a 4K camera. Imagine when this playmat is in 4K. Imagine when my computer is a $10,000 beast machine that I need to. Just imagine when all that is true. What the stream is gonna look like then. Bro, it's gonna look like, bro, the stream, oh dude, the stream is gonna be so intense in the future, guys. It's gonna look like, it's gonna be so intense, guys. Wait till I can find video editors to make like things like this, but like animated, and like all the sound effects and everything's gonna look like, it's gonna look wild, guys. At some point, when we get the money to do all that stuff, we can. Yo, Dorito, it's gonna be wild, bro. It's gonna be wild. Okay, so we shuffled this fairly. A box of cigars. Maybe on the private streams. On the private streams, I'll have the cigars. I can drink water. I don't really like alcohol, if I'm being honest. I'm not really like a liquor person. I'll smoke a cigar though, on a private stream. Alright. Not really. No, I don't really ever. I get like, I just get really like, not really either. And it's funny because I live in Jersey and technically it's legal here, but it's like, maybe when I was really young, I would have, like maybe like, you know, 10 years ago. But like now I'm just like, I think you grow sometimes, like, and I think a lot of people can agree, you just kind of grow out of it. Like it exists, like you can do it, but like I just don't have the will to like go out of my way to like, I'm happy with this, you know? I'm happy where I am. I don't know if Puerto Rico's famous for cigars. I know Cuba is. Cuba definitely is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's just like, I like being just normal. You know? I think like gratitude is like like if you can, gratitude is not like I'm not too sure if they are. I think you can buy them. I don't know if they're banned here. I thought they opened up the trade between Cuba and the US. But like if you can like cultivate like gratitude is like a skill. Like it's something that you get good at. And like when you can cultivate gratitude, like the amount of, how do you say it? Like satisfaction that you receive from like, guys, like I have water right here. But like the amount of satisfaction that I get from drinking this water is the same satisfaction that I get from opening up a jeweled lotus inside a Magic the Gathering pack. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe not as intense, right? But like, no, guys, Joe, if you're gonna be grateful for my humility, be grateful for the people that humbled me to experience this reality. You know what I mean? Because man, like look at my arms, bro. I have holes in my ears. I was not a smart person in the past. So look, we're gonna go ahead and turn the music over. Now we go playtest music. What's up, dog? Chew on, boy. What, you wanna go outside or something? Later? We'll go outside later, dude. But you're... Right now? Go. I'll see you later. You want to go right now? Okay. Guys, I'm gonna go take my my dog. I think he really needs to go use the bathroom right now. So and he only really tells me this when he needs to go. So I'm just gonna put the scene on be right back. Let me go take my dog out, and I'm gonna be right back. Yo, did you guys see that? Be free from saying what that bot was saying, please. But I did see that. Thank you for saying to ban the bot. I definitely did. Yo, I think, guys, it's funny. Like, I think German Shepherds can speak English. Yeah, right? Oh man, what are you gonna do, you know? I just hid them from the entire channel, so that thing could never happen ever again. So yeah, it's funny because I have this thing set to strict, but it didn't take into account the I suppose the title or the name of the person that was typing in the chat. So yeah, I came back just in time. So maybe definitely speak human. You don't leave me alone, buddy. Okay, go do your thing, dog. So now yeah, right, they're getting smart. So let me go ahead and switch the music over, and then we'll get this playtest started. Okay. So this is the final playtest. This is the final playtest for today. We are going to be playtesting this Captain Gathrod Commander deck. This is literally the Precon. We have it sleeved up. We're going to playtest it and review it, so that you can, if you are planning on purchasing this Precon, you know what to expect when you make the purchase. Just be aware we do have a Discord, and if you're looking to join the Magic the Gathering community, the link is in the description below. Okay, let's take a look at our hand. We have a Phyrexian Revoker, Island, Fractured Sanity, oh wow. Dusk Mangler, 7-drop, Mindcrank, 2-drop, Demir Aqueduct, and an Island. I think we're just gonna keep this hand, guys. We can cycle this to discard that and draw a card. And then, we go from there. So we're gonna go ahead and we have this Dusk Mangler. We'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. I think we're gonna end up untapping. We'll draw, and we'll see from the Catacombs, which is a reanimation spell essentially. So we'll leave that over here for now. We'll get down the island, and then we'll pass. And then we are going to draw into an Endless Evil. So enchanted creature we control at the beginning of our upkeep, we create a token that's a copy of that creature, except the token is a 1/1. Then if the creature dies, if it was a horror, we get to return this back to our hand. Guys, this card is amazing. Oh, guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna play an Island. I'm gonna tap 2. We're gonna play a Phyrexian Revoker, naming Baldur, our opponent's commander. Wait a minute, activated abilities? Yeah, technically they can't activate their ability, which is cool. And then we're gonna go ahead and untap. And we're gonna draw for turn into, we're gonna draw into a Chasm Skulker here. That kind of changes my plan. So I think in this situation, I wish we had another land here. This is gonna enter the battlefield tapped. Captain G costs 5 mana to play. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, so I think we just have to do this, unfortunately. We're gonna play this Demir Aqueduct, and this is gonna go back into our hand, and that has to be our turn. 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever. Let's say that because Phyrexian Revoker is not allowing our opponent's commander to be activated, they cast removal on the Phyrexian Revoker. So Phyrexian Revoker is going to go to the Graveyard. Oh god, guys. Thank you for talking about the command zone. Thank you for bringing that up. The Phyrexian Revoker is gonna be removed. And then we're gonna untap. We're gonna draw into a Dothy Horror. And then what I'm gonna say is we play our land for turn. And I would really like to get the Chasm Skulker in play. So we're gonna go ahead and tap 3. We'll get down the Chasm Skulker. And then we're going to pass the turn. So our opponent casts removal on this, so we're just gonna act like they don't have removal right now. Peace out, Lewis. And then we are going to untap. We will draw for turn. The Psychosis Crawler. I think in this situation we tap 3 and we play Endless Evil onto the Chasm Skulker. So we did draw a card, so Chasm Skulker is going to get a +1/+1 counter. And then we are going to go ahead and just pass the turn there because we're stuck at 1, 2, 3, 4 mana essentially. But we will go ahead and untap. And then our upkeep, we're going to create a token copy of Chasm Skulker. So, copy. Except it's a 1/1. Okay, so we're gonna draw for turn, which is an Overcharged Amalgam. Exploits a creature, counter target spell, activated ability. That's cool. Flash. So I think we're gonna get a counter over here, and then we get a counter also on the other copy of Chasm Skulker. So this is a 2/2, this is a 3/3. And then I think from this situation, guys, we hold up our mana to potentially cast the Overcharged Amalgam. So let's say our opponent's gonna cast their commander next turn. We'll hold here, we'll pass because we still have 4 mana. And in response to our opponent casting their commander, we'll tap 4 mana and we'll cast the Overcharged Amalgam. We'll exploit the copy of Chasm Skulker, which was a 2/2. So when that goes away, we're gonna create 2 1/1 blue squids. Which are technically squids. Where are the squids? That is the question. There we go. We get 2 blue squids with Island Walk. Cool. And now we countered our commander. And now essentially we go back to our turn. We'll draw for turn. We're gonna make that copy of the Chasm Skulker. Guys, this is amazing right now. We're gonna play this swamp. We just got the 5 mana. So now, this essentially has haste. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna play Captain G. And then, because Captain G is in play, all the horrors we control have Menace. So this has Menace, and this zombie horror has Menace. This does get a counter on it, and then this does get a counter on it as well. And then we'll go to combat, and we'll attack with literally everything. So, well, maybe not the squids. We'll keep the squids. So we'll attack for 3 damage, and then this is 4 damage here. And then, so that's 3, and that's 4. So our opponent is gonna be milling 7 cards. Let's say that our opponent doesn't mill a creature. We miss, there's no creature that they mill. So we don't get a creature out of it. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pass the turn. Let's say that they pass the turn, it goes back to our turn, we'll untap. And then we will draw into a River of Tears, which is what our opponent is going to end up doing after this turn. and we're gonna play the River of Tears. We're gonna get another counter on the Chasm Skulker. We're gonna get another copy of the Chasm Skulker, which is gonna be right here. That's gonna get a counter on it, and then we're gonna need another counter for the. We'll use a shiny penny for this one. So this gets a counter. So now we'll go to, before we do anything, I think I want to go pay one. This is black mana, and we're gonna cast a Mind Crank. Oh my god, guys. We're gonna play the Mind Crank, so whenever an opponent loses life, that player mills that many cards. I apologize in advance. So Mind Crank is on the battlefield, and I think this Chasm Skulker was supposed to get another counter. So we're gonna add a penny to the Chasm Skulker, and then we can essentially, now I can, oh, this is devastating. I'm gonna pay a 1, 2, 3 mana, and I'm gonna cast a Fractured Sanity. So each opponent is gonna mill 14 cards. So we're definitely gonna get a creature out of this right now, guys. I'm being honest. So Fractured Sanity happens, camera focuses, and then we're gonna go to combat, and then we're gonna attack with the Chasm Skulker with Menace, this 3/3 with Menace, this other flying 3/3 with Menace, and then Captain G with Menace with 3 damage. We'll hold back the blockers, and then we'll deal, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and then 15 plus 14. So they take 15 damage. Oh man. And then they mill 15 cards. Wait a minute. They take 15 damage, they mill 15, and because they lost that much life, they mill that many cards. So they mill another 15 cards. When they already milled 14. So in one turn, they've milled 44. They've milled 44 cards in one turn. Guys, that is absolutely devastating. That is just complete devastation. And then we're going to then pass the turn there with the evil smile on our face. And then we're going to go ahead and, let's say our opponent wipes the board in this situation because they just need to. And then because our opponents wipe the board, we're gonna lose our Amalgam. Squids will lose Captain G. But now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies of the blue squids. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. That's gonna go there. We'll lose our Chasm Skulker. I'm gonna leave 1 squid here, and we're going to put at 4 quarters. This counts as 4 squids. This counts as 4. So we put 2 quarters here. So this is 8 squids right now. And then Endless Evil goes back to our hand because it was attached to a horror. And then we will untap and draw into an island that will play. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana right now. Which means that I'm gonna choose to pay 7 mana. And I'm going to play a Dusk Mangler. And I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice one of these squids. Or guys, this is absolutely devastating. I'm gonna sacrifice one of the squids. So we have 7 squids right now. We'll go 1, We'll say 1, 2, 3. And then essentially 7 squids. Now each opponent's gonna discard a card and lose 4 life and sacrifice a creature. And then because they lost 4 life, they have to mill 4 cards. We're gonna go to combat attack with 7 squids. They're gonna take 7 damage and mill 7 more cards. And then during our next turn, we would untap, draw to an Aboleth spawn, which whenever the creature enters the battlefield, I get to copy a triggered ability or something, which seems pretty cool, but not relevant to this moment. So we're just gonna pay 3 mana to Mere Aqueduct. We're gonna play the Endless Evil onto the Dusk Mangler, which is gonna create a 1/1 copy of this card during each upkeep. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left over. And yeah, so we just go to combat, attack with the squids, go to our next turn, we create a copy of the Mangler, discard a card, lose life. I would then cast Captain G, and then we would attack with a 5/4. Well, yeah, the 5/4 with Menace. They would mill, we would get a creature, and so on and so forth. So, guys, wow. Guys, this commander deck right here, for all the hype, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, that was a 9 out of 10. Straight up 9 out of 10. This is like, I don't know if I just got really lucky here with the card draw here, but this was almost as synergistic, if not more synergistic, than when we played the Camise Precon back in the day. That was absolutely incredible. The Chasm Skulker, this card, Endless Evil, guys, I'm telling you, is amazing. Guys, this card is a bomb. 9 out of 10. Definitely my favorite out of all of the commander decks here. I'm gonna say this is totally worth buying. This commander deserves all the hype that it's receiving. And wow, tremendous fun here. I mean, we had the black market, we could cause even more mill and take more creatures. Absolutely fantastic, phenomenal. This was so good. This felt like I was playing Camise all over again, because Camise was interesting. Like, the plays kind of made themselves. You know, when I was playing Camise, like, oh, I do this here, I do this here, I draw, I do this. This was, and we were short on mana too, and we were still able to get to the point where we could do some devastating things. I think the mana ramp inside here could be fixed. But other than that, wow. 9 out of 10. This deck is so cool, guys. This deck is so much fun. But look at that Arcane Signet. All the mana ramp are stuck together. So maybe the mana ramp, there isn't really anything wrong with it per se. But maybe I just drew poorly. But wow. Great deck here, guys. Great deck. So, yeah, that's that. What do you guys think? How do you guys think anything? That was actually incredible. Only really has, yeah. That was so much fun. So we're gonna go ahead and put this deck away, and eventually we'll come back to putting this deck together and really upgrade it and then go from there. But out of all the precons, I'm gonna say Captain G was definitely the number 1 performing today. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with that Party Time deck, man. That combo with the reanimating the creature and skull clamping it to draw 2 cards and then destroying a permanent was probably one of the second strongest combo that we got to assemble today. The Stolen Strategy combo that we had inside the The Exile deck was pretty good too, and then Furkrag. And it's not like Furkrag was really bad either. I think that I just think that it was definitely the weakest of the strong decks. It's a strong deck. I just think that it definitely needed a little bit more guys, I scried like 8 times when I was playing Furkrag, and I want to say 8 times, that might be an exaggeration. I scried probably 6 times, and I bottomed 2 cards each time I scried. You know, or I scried 3 times, 2 cards, and I bottomed every card I scried. So I think that deck just needs a bit. Furkrag needs more focus, and then that would be wise to do. Guys, you notice that like the stream is retracting messages? I don't know why that's happening. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. What a stream! What a day. Oh, okay. You know, guys, what I'm gonna do right now is instead of logging off, I'm gonna test something really quickly to see how this works. And then we are going to just see how this works. Let me open up the stream was great because you guys are here. If I was here by myself doing all this stuff, it would not have the vibe that it has, you know? So let's go back to this scene. Oh no, I want to see if we can get this thing going over here real quickly before we go anywhere. See, I'm attempting to start Steam. I want to see if I can get a game going on here, and then you guys let me know what it looks like. Because I downloaded last time we were on the stream, we were talking about Darkest Dungeon, and I want to see if I start playing this game, if it makes the stream lag or not. So we got ruin has come to our family. So let me go ahead and opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from all right, cool. Yeah, you can hear the noise, right?
I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power.
So guys, we got Darkest Dungeon right here.
With relic and ritual, I've bent.
Eventually, we're gonna start a series
recovery of those long buried secrets
on this channel of this game, guys.
Of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness.
Guys, I like this game so much.
In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity. Until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house. Opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
That's Darkest Dungeon, guys. So, let me get I bet you that's real loud. So, we're gonna start a playthrough of this. This game has something called permadeath. So, technically, the characters that we play as, if one of the characters that we have dies during battle, they're gone from the entire game. And, as you can tell from the vibe, I think the vibe from this game matches a lot of the videos that we make on the channel. So instead of sitting here and playing Pokemon like this childish game, I think that this would be a fun thing to start on this channel. So just so you guys see what it's like. Okay. So Radiant Campaign. Radiant campaigns, while still challenging, are adjusted to be faster, more forgiving than normal. Normal campaigns are the original setting. Oh, I don't like the time limit. I think this game is difficult enough. We'll just play it on darkest. Let's just put coach, stream, and then we're gonna go ahead and just start this up real quick. Guys, I don't know. Thank you for liking the video. I'm not good at YouTube, guys. I gotta figure out after the stream how to get rid of the bots.
We will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Ooh, I just got goosebumps. Cool. So this is a turn-based strategy game. So it's if you're familiar with Pokemon and how Pokemon plays, it's very similar, but not in the I guess in the turn-based style, but not necessarily the atmosphere, I guess you would say. If Pokemon had this atmosphere, I think Pokemon would be more popular than Call of Duty. So we just gotta wait for this to load, and then we're good. So we'll see, because technically, guys, like at the end of this game, we get to compete inside something called the Darkest Dungeon. And inside the Darkest Dungeon is where, like, I think that abyss monster that was in the trailer from the beginning of the game, that's where we fight that thing. I think it's literally called the Abyss. And let's see if we can get to the point where we fight the Abyss. I know there's a Darkest Dungeon 2. This is part 1. So, yeah, let me put the volume up so this is loud. Let me know if you guys can hear my voice over this well. I kind of want the music to be loud. But, yeah. So let's go ahead and, walk out of this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So I want you to notice this light over here. The light can dim, and if this dims, it lowers our stress. So over here on the bottom, we have our stress meter. So if our stress gets filled all the way, then we can develop like psychosis and different things like
this
that.
thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
All right, so let's get some bleed on this dude. 7 damage. Technically, I should be able to stun him, so he can't attack.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Alright, so the bleed deals damage over time, so bleed is strong. Let's see what we got inside here. Money.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Alright, so I think right now we're gonna go ahead and... This guy's gonna deal a ton of damage. I think, do we get rid of the... I think we take care of the little guy first if we can. Oh, we can't. This big guy takes up 2 spaces. Can I shoot the little guy? I have a 68% chance to hit, so I don't really like that chance. Can I mark him? Or I can deal damage to both of them like this and debuff them. Minus 50% damage if this hits. And I missed them both. Alright, that was not a good way to start this. Let's stun this guy so that we take no damage here. And he resisted it. Okay. Dodge. Good job, guys. Dodge. Oh, wow. We're just dodging everything today. Alright. Well, let's try that again, or do we just go for the bleed right now? 75% chance to hit. You know what? Let's go for it again. Wow, that's just not a good play there, guys. And they dodged, so he missed. Okay, he's definitely hitting. Alright, we get bleed. Do we bleed? No bleed. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna Zealous Accusation here. So that he gets a damage debuff. And we're just gonna start with the bleed. Good. And then we will go ahead and... Can we stun him here? 90% chance. Stunned, good. So we basically wasted his turn. He gets buffed though. So now let's go for a bleed on this guy again. Maybe we could stack this. Yep. He's gonna probably go away next turn. Yeah, next time it's his turn, he's gonna die from bleed. So let's actually see if we can hit the guy in the back over there with something. Or we can just protect ourselves.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Dodge. Wow, guys, we're just dodging everything today. This guy's toast. Bleed.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Cool. Alright, let's open that chest really quickly. It's trapped. Alright, whatever. Okay, that's Darkest Dungeon. Fear of Unholy. Hero Mania. Experiences religious visions and delusions. So this is what I was talking about. Improve stress reduction while meditating while camping. Good. But yeah, so what we have over here is like a little town where all of our people exist. And then within this town, we get
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So within this town, we get the ability to find new characters over here.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws.
And then, like, this is a healer, so we're definitely gonna take this.
Will find their way to us now that the road
And
is
then a
clear.
plague doctor. But and then technically from out over here, we would buy equipment and items to heal, and then we go out and fight. So we're just gonna leave this at this for today. And then in the future, we can revisit this and go into our first foray into a dungeon. So I love the narration. Dungeon Keeper. Oh man, dude. This is actually hilarious right now. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna be it for today. In the future, we will... Oh man, that's literally popping up there, bro. Oh my god, guys. Don't tell me it's been doing that the entire stream like that. Alright, YouTube is... Alright, I gotta take the chat off the screen. But yeah, so, but that was weird because that was the first time it actually popped up in the chat, right? I don't think it was doing it at all the other time. Jesus. Alright, I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm gonna figure out how to deal with that. I'm gonna head off stream right now so I can just fix that situation. And then we go from there, guys. But we stay positive, it's okay. We'll figure out how to deal with it now so that in the future we don't have to think about it anymore, okay? So I hope you have, yeah? Even during the playtesting? Alright, well... Yeah, I mean, if it's during the playtesting, when I edit the videos, I'll just check to make sure that they're there. I can always edit around it, so it's not a big deal, but... Like, we'll see. I'll just cut some things out so that I know it doesn't pop up as like it did, alright? So, well, we'll take care of that. It's no big deal. But I will see you guys next time. Next time we're on the stream, we're gonna end up building one of these commander decks. I have no idea which one. Yeah. You're right, Joe. You're right about the Solar of Discord. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna see you, alright? Yo, peace out, guys. Okay? Thanks for being